The fingers of a 6-year-old boy at Manghian in Gan West District are rotting away after his guardian pounded his hands and dipped them in boiling water. Now, the boy, who has lost his mother and currently is under the guardianship of his uncle, said he took some soup and fish because he was hungry. But his uncle, Nicholas Kwesi, got angry and abused him. Jojo Kobner has more in this report.
My uncle boiled hot water and dipped my fingers into it. The water was very hot. I wanted to take it out, but he threatened to beat me. And so he put my hands into the water till it became cold.
That is the story of 6-year-old boy, whom I choose to call Alovi to protect his identity. Narrating his story, Alovi said he was starving at night, so he woke up at dawn and went for some food. His uncle, identified as Efo Nicholas Kwesi, who is currently his guardian, upon noticing that some fish in the soup had disappeared, the following morning started beating Alovi and his senior brother to confess. Alovi confessed, and the uncle, who was infuriated that the boy had stolen fish from the soup, hit his fingers with a neem tree branch and then dipped his hands into hot water.
We usually have breakfast after 11 a.m. We had not eaten that morning, and our uncle told us to wait till 1 p.m. to have food. He gave us the food at 1 p.m. but did not feed us in the evening. When my brother took the food, he was angry in the morning. He hit him with a belt, then beat him with a neem tree branch. He beats us often.
Neighbors who had not seen Alovi for the past 3 days inquired and eventually found him in the bathroom of an uncompleted building. They rescued him and sent Efo Nicholas Kwesi to the Amasaman police station.
I saw
the boy in an uncompleted building. His fingers were badly injured. I reported what I saw to elders in the community. Because he had abused the boy, we arrested him and took him to the police station, the Amasaman police station to be precise. And they gave us medical forms and told us to go to the Amasaman hospital for treatment. Amasaman referred us to the Kolebu teaching hospital. At Kolebu, we were told to return on Monday. We went to police hospital.
But
they wanted us to pay some money before treatment, and we had no money.
Neighbors of Mahian are now housing the two boys, but they do not have money to take care of Alovi's medical bills. His fingers are rotting away. Amasaman police station confirmed the story, but officers declined further comments. Why will the police not follow up on the welfare of the two abused boys after arresting their only guardian? This question is begging for answers. Jojo Kobner, JoyNews.
Meanwhile, the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit says it will take custody of the 6-year-old boy. Acting National DOVSU Coordinator Evelyn Bobo described the incident as unfortunate and assures DOVSU will keep him away from his uncle.
This is unfortunate. And that's what I was telling you, that you can correct your child, by we have so many ways of correcting our children, not necessarily inflicting, wounds or this with them. So if you are correcting your child and then the correction has, gone so high that it will tend to physical abuse, it's not the best. So correction can be done in any form, so many forms, not by abusing your child. When you abuse the child, it's no longer a correction. It's now a violence, and then it's now a physical violence against the child. I learned that I've just been told that Amasama Dofsu is handling the case. So I will go in and then see how best we can all solve that problem and where the man will be. Now, the child, our problem now is where the child will be. So we also contact the social welfare, and they will say maybe the child will no longer be with the man. So that the social welfare, they are responsible for where to place the child at this moment. So I will talk to them and get back to you later.
Jojo Kobna joins me in the studio. He's been on the beat on this one. He has more. Jojo, what's the latest with this poor boy?
Well, he's doing very well currently. Yesterday, we sent him to the Ridge Hospital, and he's receiving treatment. What I learned, they removed the extent of damage, so he had to remove the nails and then rebandage, then treat it. And so he's currently at the Ridge Hospital, the pediatric ward. So that is where he is now. Then we learned yesterday, people who rescued them, that the boy's mother was dead, and that was the reason why the uncle took care of them, brought them from Togo to Ghana. But we are learning that the mother is alive and the mother is on her way to Accra to attend, because she was very shocked of what happened, and so she's on her way to Accra to attend to the son who is not doing too well. But I mean, because of the damage that's happened to him, so she's on her way. So that is the latest that we have on this. But one very worrying thing, you saw how the narration moving all the way from Amasaman Hospital referred to Kolebu. Kolebu says, come on Monday. Then you go to police hospital, you have to pay something, and so they were frustrated before they came here. You could see that these were people who had really tried, because they are the heroes of this story. Because they realized that the boy they couldn't find the boy, so they inquired, where is this boy? And then they found him in a now completed building, and then they rescued him, made sure that the man who abused, the uncle who abused the boy, was arrested. Now they had to now go through all the process to make sure that the boy is better. And that is worrying, because we have institutions that are supposed to coordinate and that's supposed to work. So ideally, why would they give the child to strangers who brought the boy? And that is the worrying part of it, where the police is yet to update us on why that happened.
Yeah. So basically, the hospitals handed the boy back to individuals who were not related to
the boy. Yes.
Now, Dofsu says they will take custody of the boy. They will. I mean, how long have they been aware of this story, of this case, and why are we now hearing of their intention to take custody of the boy? What have they said about that?
I think it's just this morning that we spoke to the acting boss of Dofsu, and she said, they want to take custody of the boy. So we're waiting to see what will happen, in light of the fact that the boy's mother is coming from Togo, and she's Togolese, and the boys are Togolese. We yet to know how all these incidents will unravel, I mean, in the near future, because definitely the children are in Ghana, and so Ghana has to protect them and give them the best protection. But Ghana cannot take the children away from their mother. You know, the best interest of the child, the children should live with their mother. So it would be that maybe
the best interest of the child, the children should live with the adults that will have their interest at heart.
At heart. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean,
and a court can determine.
A court can determine that. But in the situation where the mother is saying that, man, I have to see my children and I want them back, and she's Togolese. So we see how
all these incidents will pan out. I mean, in the future, how DOFSO will handle it.
So let's fill in some gaps. I mean, were you able to determine the time frame between when the injury was caused and when the boy was rescued?
For 3 days, according to the people who rescued, they had not seen the boy for 3 days and they were worried. So they were extremely worried. Where's the boy? Then they found that the boy was in an uncompleted building and had cement paper spread on the floor, and that was where he was sleeping, and he was not bathing and he was smelly. Yesterday, he was really, the pus was oozing from the bandage, as you can see behind me. But today, when I saw it, was very clean, and he was wearing very clean cream dress, and he was looking. The first time I saw him smile when I asked him whether he was doing well, he said he was okay, and that he's just feeling a little pain because the doctors had to remove his nails. So you can imagine the agony and the pain that he's going through.
So the uncle is under arrest at the moment?
He's currently still under arrest.
Has he said anything at all?
He has not said anything. But Ireland, he was the one who gave the numbers out to the police. So, and then also the people who rescued the boys. And so they liaised and then called the woman. So the woman is currently on her way to Accra.
Where is the other boy?
The other boy is with one of them. And so this is a situation where DOFSO would have to get in immediately and also take charge of this boy and then eventually resolve this particular issue. So one of the ladies who came here to JoyNews yesterday is currently housing and keeping the boy.
Do we have ages of the two boys?
He is 9 and the one who was abused is 6, so 6 and 9. But when I spoke to the 9-year-old, he told us we don't eat often. Breakfast usually at 10, 11. That's when we eat breakfast. And the day before the abuse happened, they had not eaten the whole morning, and the uncle told them to wait till 1 p.m. So they waited till 1 p.m. Then they were given food, banku. So after that 1 p.m. they didn't eat at night, and so that was why the younger brother went for the food. And he said, the 9-year-old said, when the uncle got to know that got to know that someone had taken some soup and fish, he came directly to him that you did. He said, oh, I didn't do it. So the younger one confessed immediately and said, oh, I did. I took the fish from the soup, and then I took. Then he got very angry, and then that was when the abuse. Then he cut the branch, then belt, according to the boys. He used the belt, then the neem tree branch, and then hit a finger, and then they had to hit them till the nails cracked, and then got swelling. Then he kept them boy in a room. So the next day it was bad. So he was really angry. He had boiling water, put the hands in the water, and told the boy and told the boy not to take the hands out. And the 9-year-old, when he was narrating, said when the water was so hot, and he would boil and add more. And so it was, so the boy's hand bent. It's not just the nails that are cracked and bent, badly bent. And so he's at the bent units at the level 3 Ridge Hospital currently, well bandaged, and we pray that he survives.
So we know about the medical care that they are receiving at Ridge Hospital, but how about mental health care? Is there anything being done for these boys?
I'm not aware of counseling and mental health care. I would hope that I would hope that authorities at the Ridge Hospital would take care of that. What was cool about this whole thing was how, when we refer them to the Ridge Hospital, we called someone in the Ridge Hospital, and the person called the medical director and said, this case, we must handle it. And they took care of the boys without them paying, the people who rescue us, without them paying. And so that is one good aspect of the whole story, how Ridge Hospital accepted the case and then managed it. And I think it was really good.
Perhaps it's worth following up to find out why the other hospitals didn't do this. We understand what the problem is with our system, because it is supposed to protect children, is it not? Jojo, wow, what a grueling story. Thank you so much for sticking with it and bringing us all of these rather sordid details.